Hi guys, it's April. It's time to look back at my goals for 2018 and see if I've actually accomplished what I set out to accomplish. I did a mid-year review of all the things that I was hoping to accomplish this year so I could do like this mid-year check-in. I will link that down below and up above in case you're interested to see where I was at the middle of this year. I had to go back and recheck out these videos because I had completely lost track of everything that I wanted to accomplish this year because so many things have happened and, well, I didn't do horribly. So the first thing I mentioned in both the beginning of the year goal set and the mid-year review that I did was I was just going to let things be because I was getting married and things were going to happen. I didn't know how that was going to affect this channel and everything else. And I did accomplish getting married. I am still married, so goal. And I did bring a few of those wedding videos here to this channel. So that's the thing. I don't really know if that was a goal per se, but we're just putting that up there, I guess. But beyond that, I had set a goal for myself for 72 books. I had set this goal really, really low because A, I was getting married and I didn't know how that was going to affect my normal day-to-day life after I was married. I am still reading. As you guys can tell, I hit like 170 some books is where I'm currently at right now. I will have a final number up by the end of the year up on Twitter and everywhere else, just in case you're interested. But right now I'm at about 171 or 72. I don't quite remember. That does mean I hit my 52 goal, but then I had a stretch goal that I set up at the mid-year checkpoint of 150. And I can say I successfully hit that number as well. Now, to be honest, I wasn't really paying attention to the amount of books read. I was mostly focused on the books I was reading because I've been trying to read the books that I own that I haven't read yet. I haven't quite gotten there yet. But hey, goal met. Check. Next goal was to continue to collaborate with people in this community and continue to be involved, and I can say that I'm fairly confident that I hit a lot of things that I wanted to hit this year. We did 3 rounds of Reorama like we always do. It's one of my favorite times of the year is to host that. I also hosted an additional readathon called Get Graphic With It with a friend of mine, and I think that went really, really well. I'm hoping we do it again next year. Fingers crossed. I also did a couple of buddy reads, which I truly enjoyed. And I also got to do a live show with Steve over at the Lawn Gnome. It was an experience and a half and something I really enjoyed doing, and I hope at some point it is something I can do more of. I also set up to do one conference this year. Unfortunately, that did not happen through a series of events. That didn't become something that I could do. I'm still looking forward to at some point doing one of those bookish events. It's something I really want to do, but it didn't happen this year. I also mentioned wanting to incorporate more coloring on my channel, and I think I have done that fairly well. There's still some more things that I want to do, but I did successfully do a whole bunch of live stream this year. It has been a blast to be talking with you guys as I'm just sitting there and doing nonsense on a coloring page. It doesn't always work the way I want it to, but it is something that I really look forward to each Sunday. So if you're interested in joining those, feel free because they are a blast. I've also started doing coloring wrap-ups. Sadly, my coloring has kind of fallen off a little bit in this last part of the year. I'm hoping to ramp it back up, but I have had a lot of fun doing my stories and colorings, doing my live shows, and doing those coloring wrap-ups. And then last but not least, I had 2 read-alongs that I was hosting this year, and that was Read Tortall and Read Sevenwaters. The first one, Read Tortall, was to go through and read all of Tamara Pierce's Tortall books. I successfully did that. I wasn't quite as involved with the read-along part of it as I wanted to be, but I did manage to hit every single book in the Tortall universe, including the additional Tempest and Slaughter that came out this year, which I loved to death. I have reviews over all of those in case you're interested, and if you do want to read all of those, I would love to start a conversation with you guys about it because it is one of my favorite universes to go back to. And I can say the same for Read Sevenwaters, which was reading through the whole series of Sevenwaters by Juliette Merlier. I had read a good chunk of the first part of the series, but I hadn't read the last 2, so this was a way to get a refresher on what all the other books were so that I could complete out the series and say that I had completely read through the whole thing, and I did accomplish doing that. But the same thing as with Read Tortall, I wasn't quite as involved in the community with it as I wanted to be. I do have reviews over all the books. I will link them up above and down below, like always. And If you guys have read any of these books, please talk to me about them because I really truly enjoyed reading through this whole series. And of course, some of these books are my all-time favorite books, so I like talking about them. So that is how I did with my 2018 goals. I don't think I did too bad. I wasn't as successful with some of them as I wanted to be, but things happen, life changes. You just kind of roll with the punches, I guess. But overall, I am very happy with how this year went goal-wise. Tell me down below how your year went, if there was anything you were trying to accomplish, if you have made steps towards those accomplishments. Tell me down below, and I heart your beautiful faces. Bye.